Hey y'all, welcome to the news break from thefishingwire.com, where we've got just one job, and that's to keep your tackle game ahead of the curve. This week, it's a full-on bait bonanza. That's right, every single story is a new weapon in the underwater arms race designed to fool fish that have seen it all. First up, Yamamoto brings back a fan favorite and adds a fuzzy twist. These baits pulse, slide, and shimmy like nothing else, and we'll hear from them how their unique shape gives you total rigging control. Then the bass lunker legend, Jacob Wheeler's in the lab again, and this time he's clapping back with the all-new Rapala Claptail 110. It's loud, it's proud, and it's turning heads with a sound unlike anything else on the water. From there, we go to micro with Great Lakes Finesse, who shrunk their most popular baits by 40% to help you finesse your way through the toughest conditions. We'll show you how they really are proving that less is more. And finally, Big Bite Baits drops the Spotlight Minnow, a sonar superstar built to show up, show out, and make those suspended fish strike. 4 baits, 4 brands, one thing in common: they're not waiting around for the fish to come to them. Let's get after it. Here we go. All right, if you like your fishing lures with a little more attitude and a whole lot of action, Yamamoto has something fuzzy and fabulous just for you. The new Fuzzy Baits lineup is making waves with a combo that's hard to ignore. Iconic bait shapes dressed up in fine threaded skirt material that adds irresistible movement. We're talking about the Fuzzy Cinco, the Fuzzy Nuki, and the compact powerhouse, the Fuzzy Nut. Each one builds on Yamamoto's most trusted shapes, but now with a pulsing profile designed to attract attention and keep fish hooked. The Fuzzy Cinco delivers that legendary wiggle with an extra flair. The Fuzzy Nuki adds skirted action to your heavy plastics. And the bite-sized Fuzzy Nut, it's the perfect conceal and drop option with built-in salt for that just right fall rate. But here's where it gets clever. The unique asymmetrical design of these baits lets anglers rig them in ways that totally change how they move through the water. Let's let a Yamamoto pro break it down for you, how that rigging versatility gives you control over every pulse, slide, and dive your lure makes, from shallow finesse to deep structure work.
The profile of it, as you notice, it's not uniform. The bottom is a little bit flatter and wider, and the top is a little bit more narrow. So what that allows you to do as an angler is it gives you options to rig it. If you rig it more on the flat side, that's going to catch more water and allow it to pulse a little bit more as you pull it. If you rig it with that wider section back, it almost wants to backslide. But the other really key thing with this bait is that it's just long enough to hold your traditional sized nail weights, whether that be a 16th or a 3/32 tungsten nail weight, and that gives you as the angler options to fish this at any depth you want, but keep the natural subtle presentation that we're getting out of these fuzzy baits. So available in a variety of the best Yamamoto colors that we've had that just get bit no matter what your water conditions are. Check out the Fuzzy Nut. If you're wanting to show fish a bite-sized snack that they've never seen before and put it at any depth with your ability to put in a nail weight of any size, I think it's really going to be an addition to any tackle box.
The Fuzzy Nut is available in 10 colors, including a couple of different green pumpkin combos that will help you get bit no matter what the water conditions. Next up, when the fish bite, sometimes it's polite to clap, but in this case, your bait does it for you. Meet the Rapala Claptail 110, a top-water thunderclap that makes serious noise, literally. Born straight from the brain of tournament titan Jacob Wheeler, this lure brings a sound so unique, even Wheeler himself said, "I've never been so excited to release a bait." And coming from him, that's really saying something. Here's the magic: a stainless steel prop and a custom back blade that collide on the retrieve, creating a one-of-a-kind two-tone clapping sound that drives bass wild. Listen to this. It's like the bait throws its own standing ovation and the fish crash the party. This bait doesn't just talk the talk, it walks the walk. With a stable 7/8 ounce build and tail down posture, the Claptail casts long, tracks straight back, and spins up the sound even faster with water resistant built right in. And thanks to the belly swivel and rotating hook hanger, once a fish commits, it's not getting off easy. And listen to Wheeler talk about how they design the weight of the bait.
On the bottom, you're going to notice a little fin down there. And you're like, all right, is that cosmetic? Is that just there? No, that's for stability. That is where you can cast it out there and reel that bait in there and it's going to stay true. What that allows that to do is when that bait is reeling, it's not turning on its side. And then when that fish blows up on it, you're not missing those fish. You're getting a better hookup ratio. And that's really, really, really important in these style baits. Another thing that I really want to mention is the weight of the bait. It does cast really well, but the reason why I really made this bait a lot heavier was because you want that bait to sit tail down, of course. So when it sits on the water, it's tail down, and then when you go to pull it, there's more resistance when you have a heavier bait, where that blade will start turning and it will start up quicker.
Wheeler called this lure his Frankenstein moment, pieced together in his garage, perfected through trial and plenty of tail claps. And just like Lori Rapala's original back in 1936, the result is already legendary. The Rapala Claptail 110 comes in 8 colors, rings in at $18.99, and yes, it catches the freaky big fish. Next, if you've ever stared down clear water and spooky bass, you know it's not the loudest bait that always wins. It's the sneaky one. And Great Lakes Finesse has their expertise right in their company name, Finesse. They totally understand this vertical and just shrunk their top performers to create a whole new level of subtle. Introducing the Micro Series, a lineup of soft plastics and terminal tackle that are about 40% smaller than their original Great Lakes Finesse baits. Let's run through the lineup. The 2-inch Juvie Crawl, built for dragging or slow swimming on the bottom. A 1.7-inch Snack Crawl, the tiniest of the bunch for when you need a barely there profile. There's a 2.25-inch Drop Minnow. This one's for drop shot, but it also makes a killer trailer on an underspin. And the Micro Sneaky Underspin, compact and flashy with a built-in blade that brings a little razzle-dazzle to your light line setup. Same detail, same action, just downsized for maximum finesse. What's more, these baits feature a matte finish instead of a gloss, helping to eliminate glare and silhouette distortion. That's key when you're dealing with clear water, post-frontal pressure, or just plain picky fish. So whether you're in the Great Lakes or your local honey hole, these micro-sized baits are made to match the hatch when the bite gets tight. Now, finding fish with forward-facing sonar is great, but making them commit, that's a whole different story. Enter the new Spotlight Minnow from Big Bite Baits, a lure that doesn't just show up on sonar, it performs on it. Designed by Big Bite Bait pro Drew Gill, the Spotlight Minnow is purpose-built for today's sonar-savvy angler. With a sleek rolling body and high-speed flick, it's got the kind of movement that turns a curious fish into a chomping one. It features a hollow body and wedge-angled tail, but here's the clever part. The tail tip is slightly off-center, designed to catch water and trigger that signature rolling action. That means more natural movement, better visibility on sonar, and yes, more bites from those stubborn suspended fish. Available in 3 sizes, 4.8-inch, 4.25-inch, and 3.25-inch. The Spotlight Minnow has you covered whether you're targeting deep roamers or high cruisers. Each pack gives you multiple chances to light up your sonar screen with real-time results. This isn't just another minnow. It's a fish-calling, sonar-dancing, bite-triggering missile. And that's a wrap on this week's news break, but let's be honest, we barely scratched the surface here. If you're the kind of angler who wants to know what's coming before it hits the tackle shop, or you just like staying one cast ahead of the competition, our daily newsletter is your secret weapon. New gear, insider insight, tournament updates, you name it, we're reeling it in for you. So if your inbox could use more baits and fewer bills, you know what to do. Head on over to thefishingwire.com to sign up, where we bring you the biggest stories in the fishing business every day of the week.